I'll give you the Ferrari if you can make it run.
I'll give you the Ferrari if you make it run, the millionaire sneered, tossing the keys toward the man's dusty boots. Laughter echoed around the garage. No one knew that the so-called nobody standing before him had once built engines that powered legends. But today, he was being tested not just by metal, but by pride. If you love stories where respect is earned, not given, stay till the end. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Narrative Tales for more stories that touch the heart. The laughter was sharp, echoing through the marble garage like broken glass. A red Ferrari stood in the center, beautiful, flawless, yet lifeless. Its hood was open, wires tangled like veins gone cold. Beside it stood a man dressed in fine linen, his voice dripping with arrogance. "I'll give you the Ferrari if you make it run," he said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "But be careful. I doubt you even know what you're looking at." The crowd of wealthy guests chuckled. Among them stood the man he had humiliated, a tall, quiet figure in a faded work shirt, his hands rough from years of labor. His name was Elijah. His eyes, deep and steady, carried stories no one cared to ask about. He didn't respond to the insult. He simply looked at the car and then at the man who owned it, with a calm that unsettled everyone. Elijah had spent most of his life under the hood of cars, but not just any cars. Once, years ago, he had been one of the lead mechanics for a racing team that broke records. He had designed engines with his bare hands, built power where others saw limits. But after an accident took his brother, the driver he had trusted most, Elijah had walked away from that world. The fame, the speed, the lights, all of it had turned hollow. He moved to a small town, fixing cars no one else could save. Old trucks, broken engines, rusted dreams, that was his world now. And yet even there, people whispered about him, about the man who could bring life back to anything mechanical. But today, in this mansion filled with sneers and perfume, Elijah stood like a ghost among gold. The millionaire Mr. Crowley saw him as a novelty, a poor man invited by chance, now turned into entertainment. As the silence stretched, Elijah ran his fingers along the edge of the Ferrari's frame. He could smell burnt oil, feel the slight tremor of an engine that once roared with pride. He didn't need to speak. His hands spoke for him. "You really think you can fix that?" Crowley mocked. "That car's been dead for months. I've had 3 experts look at it. None could even get it to blink." Elijah simply nodded once. "Then you've had the wrong kind of experts," he said quietly. That single sentence made the crowd go silent. He opened the hood fully, every motion calm, deliberate. He traced the wiring, adjusted a bolt, and tightened a line. Sweat trickled down his neck as the sun poured through the skylight, lighting his calloused hands like a sculptor's. Minutes passed. Crowley crossed his arms, impatience turning to annoyance. But then, the sound. A low hum, deep and powerful like a heartbeat awakening. The Ferrari's engine came alive, purring as if recognizing its master. The silence that followed was deafening. Elijah stepped back, wiping his hands with a torn cloth. He didn't smile. He didn't gloat. He simply looked at Crowley and said, "Machines respond to respect, just like people do." Crowley's face turned pale. The guests, once entertained, now watched in quiet awe. One woman whispered, "Who is he?" Elijah picked up his old jacket and started to walk toward the door. Crowley's voice broke through, shaky now. "Wait! I said I'd give you the Ferrari if you made it run." Elijah paused but didn't turn. "Keep your car," he said softly. "I came here to fix what was broken, not to take what isn't mine." That line hung in the air, powerful and pure. The millionaire lowered his eyes. For the first time, his pride cracked. He called out again, but Elijah was already gone, leaving behind only the sound of the idling engine, strong and alive, like the echo of a man's dignity. That night, word spread, not about the millionaire, not about the Ferrari, but about the quiet man who asked for nothing, yet walked away with everything that mattered: respect. Sometimes strength doesn't shout. It moves silently, fixing what others destroy, teaching lessons words never could. Elijah reminded everyone that true worth isn't measured by wealth or skin, but by integrity. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from and share what part touched your heart the most. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Narrative Tales, where every story reminds us of the power of quiet strength.